Hi everyone, welcome back to Yahweh's Perspective. It has been a beautiful season. Fortunately and unfortunately, we are on the last episode. And I'm just here to thank God for every single episode that we shot this season. It wasn't easy. Finding time in their busy schedules to actually make it to the podcast. We thank them and we thank God for making it possible. I want to thank the people behind the scenes. YAHWEH, that's what I can say. Thank you. Thanks to everyone that has ever watched our videos. God bless you. Everyone that has ever shared our videos, God bless you. If you've liked, if you've commented, God bless you. Yeah. I just wanted to end the season by saying that, when you go into something, you'll be surprised the way things will stretch you, things will remold you, and the ways your hearts would have to, your heart's posture will have to change to do certain things, especially when you are doing something that is God related, right? I'm not going to lie, this season did all that. I cried, though. Guys. I've cried. I cried. This season, I cried. And I thank God. I thank God for those tears because those tears were important. And I had to also be reminded that, this is not by me or for me. This is by God. And anyone that gets blessed by this, we thank God for it. To end this season, I just wanted to share a few personal notes. I call it side nuggets. Basically for myself, things that I've learned on this podcast, things that I've learned from listening to other things that I've learned from reading the Bible. I just wanted to share, and hopefully it blesses someone. So the first nugget I want to share is don't seek encounters or extraordinary experiences. Seek the heart of the Father and focus on obeying his desires. So seeking his heart, seeking his will. Like, what does God really want? Rather than just seeking on because I feel like there's so much focus on like encounters and experiences now. You know what? I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to say it and I'm going to allow God and the Holy Spirit dissect whatever words I say to your heart, how he wants it to be. Second nugget is, when doing anything, ask yourself the following questions. Is this good? Does this promote growth in me and in others? Is this beneficial or causes spiritual advancement in me and in others? And you can reference this to 1 Corinthians 10 verse 23. Yeah, that's number 2. Number 3. Be always joyful in prayer, a heart of thanksgiving. Be always joyful in prayer with a heart of thanksgiving. The fact that you have prayer should make you joyful because it's a privilege. I think that's one perspective that has changed my mindset towards prayer. Prayer is actually a privilege to be able to speak to the one that can control the entire universe, knowing fully well that he hears you, he understands what you're saying, and he will do according to his will. Is a privilege. It's not a right. It's not a right, because he can decide not to listen or hear you, but he chooses to hear our prayer. So it is a privilege. And reference is 1 Thessalonians 5:15-18 and Philippians 4:4-6. Another nugget is, leave the message before you preach it. Do not be an hypocrite. Before you start telling someone what to do, make sure you are leaving that message. And for people that even create content or create anything, there are some times where God gives you something and it is for you. I feel like there's this desire to go to the Word to share, going into the Word to read the Bible to share to someone else. But I feel like first off is for you. So make sure you're leaving the message before you preach it. Another one is loving others brings or births intimacy with God. Because I feel like your ability to love others is from the love that you would feel from the Father. When God pours His love on you, then you are able to love others. So loving others births intimacy with God. So yeah. Reference for that one. And you don't think I'm saying reference, but let me not lie. I wrote these things a while ago, so I'm not even sure what those words say. But reference for this one is 1 John 4 verse 12, and I hope you're aligned. God help me. Another nugget is whatever holds your gaze will eventually hold your heart. I think I heard this from someone, and the reference is Luke 12 verse 34. So whatever you keep beholding would eventually hold your heart. So be careful of what you spend time doing. Be careful of what you give yourself to continuously. Whatever holds your gaze will eventually hold your heart. Another nugget is the beauty about walking with God is that it is a process and there's always an improved version. It is not a destination, it is a journey. John 15 verse 2-3. He prunes, cleans. Let me open that passage because I think that's what I was writing here. So basically, let me just read what I wrote. You know what? We're just doing it off the bat. Let me read what I wrote. He prunes, in bracket, cleans/trims those that are already producing fruits. They would bear, and those that are already producing fruit will bear more fruit. This pruning happens by the word stroke teaching God has given you. And I think you should read this in the TPT version. I think it will bless you more. Another nugget is, and we're rounding up very soon. Another nugget is be careful of who you associate yourself with. You might not be exactly like them, but it can affect your moral standards. So, yeah, I think that explains itself, right? You don't need me to say much. That explains itself. And the reference I put down here was Genesis 19 verse 1-37, and in bracket I put Lot's daughters, and I don't know why I put that. I can't remember why I put that, but yes, maybe when you read it you help me remember. Yeah, I think I should go back to these nuggets and actually read them myself. One more is God's way to move you from the mindset. God wants to move you from the mindset of multiplying 5 loaves to I am the bread of life. Be satisfied with me. I don't know if that's for someone, but yeah. Instead of just thinking about God as the miracle worker, I want to pray for bread, so He will give me bread. Shift your mindset to Him being your satisfaction, Him being your bread. Yes, and I think that's the end of my nuggets for this episode. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us, and I will see you in season 3 by the grace of God. Bye bye.